Okay, it's about, looks like about maybe 7 minutes till 7, and I've got to get ready for craft roulette. And so I've got my stretchy pants on, and I have my fuzzy socks because my feet are cold. And now I've got to get into my craft room and get it organized and ready so that I'm prepared for craft roulette. Okay, so here we go. All right, so to get ready, I've got to get this desk cleaned off and get everything. I've got my chocolate. I needed some chocolate. Last week I think I made brownies, but this week I'm gonna eat these sea salt caramels. And so I'm just getting my stuff put away. I've got my Glimmer machine out. I was gonna use it and I kind of got sidetracked. So I'm gonna put it up, and I've actually just built this little thing here, and I've got it sitting in the spot that I need to move. So and I'm gonna have to move that craft cart over so I'll have it handy, but that right there is where my Glimmer machine goes. So I'm just gonna take my Glimmer machine and set it over here and get it out of the way. This is kind of like my little die cutting station. I move this over though because I don't have any power here, and I do it on the desk. So anyway, I've got this is my microphone that I use to make my videos, and my desk is now relatively clean. Get my little sweeper over here, and then I've got this little poof in the way, so I'm going to move it out of the way. And I'm going to move my craft cart over here beside my desk so that I've got everything handy. And you can see I've got my craft cart all set up. And then I'm just going to pan the rest of my room because maybe you guys haven't seen it. You can check out my YouTube channel if you want to actually see my craft room. My craft room is a craft room / studio. And so I've got my craft room, and then I've got all of I play guitar, and I've got all my guitar stuff. I've got my grandkids' guitars up there on the wall. That's a Loog, and that's ukulele. Then my first guitar, which was a acoustic. And then I've got another one that I actually just bought from somebody at work because they were selling it. And then my baby's in there. Anywho, so I think I'm ready. So I'm going to, actually I need to turn this off and charge my phone. I got my cord there because I want to make sure my phone is good and charged and ready to go. But paper, inks, distress sprays, my brushes, and other stuff is all around here. So this is where I make my videos and I watch my craft roulette. You can see it's a beautiful day outside. We're finally, grass is green and it's lovely. Okay, no more chit chat about that. I'm gonna sign off here. I'm going to charge my phone. I'm gonna get my craft roulette up on my iPad. I'll have my phone here so that I can build my card once I get the parameters and I can get it uploaded. So this is my space, and this is where I will be playing my game. I got a little bit of a mess down here. I've been doing some rearranging, but anyway. So, okay, so I'll be making my card, and I will hopefully upload a process video for you to see, and it should be fun. So, thanks for watching. Okay, so it's almost time. Getting ready. Got my hand lotion on, got my candle burning, ready to roll. Okay, I have no idea what I'm going to do. The parameters are peekaboo card, first grader. I'm thinking primary colors, rain, and edge distress. So I don't know. I've been all over the place, but I think I'm going to just, and this really isn't probably a primary color, but I will have some primary colors in it. So I'm going to use this for some blending. I'm just going to get my blue blending brush, and I'm just going to do some blending. So we'll see how this goes. And this is Distress Oxide, so it will fall into my distressed edge. And I'm going to get my gray. Oh, that's not my gray. My pumice stone. I'm going to kind of put some gray on here. Maybe. Not showing up real dark. Just do some blending. Okay, so I've got this panel blended, and this is going to make like a rainy type sky. And I'm just going to make sure that I have an edge that is just really, really distressed, I guess. So I'm going to try and make it really dark along the bottom here. I'm going to have this ink all over my fingers. So that's really distressed. Okay, so that's going to be my panel. Okay. Put these away. I'm going to bring in my archival ink and my Misty. And I'm going to take my panel, and it's still a little wet. I'm going to get my silicone mat out of here. And since I did that intro on how I get ready for craft, and I showed you my craft room, what it looks like before I get started, I'll have to show you what it looks like at the end. And I'm sure it'll be much, much different. So this is going to be stamped at the top here. That picked up. And then I'm going to use my ink, my black ink here, get it stamped up real well. And I'm hoping this will all work out. I'm going to give it another stamp. Oops, with a lid. That's not going to work. I'm losing my mind. Whoops. And getting messy. Good thing I wet my stamp chamois before I got started here. I need to turn this down. I got some of the show in the background. They're just chatting as they're in their way ahead of me with their cards. They've done a lot of coloring already. I kind of took my time and listened because I wanted to make sure I understood the peekaboo. So hopefully I'll get that right. Okay, so I've got that done. I'm just going to pull it off of here. Clean my stamp, get it put away. This stamp is from Clear Stamps. I don't know. Hampton Art is where it's from. And I was trying to think of an element for peekaboo, and this is going to be my element. I think you'll see once I get going here. Hopefully, if it turns out. Just clear up some space here so I can have some room to work. Okay, so now I'm going to do some coloring. I'm going to use my alcohol markers and try to get a primary color theme going here. That's what I've got. I've got red, blue, yellow, green. And that's what I'm going to use to bring in my primary colors. And hopefully it'll color okay over this. And I think I'm going to use, because I want the blue, yellow, and the green for the florals, so I think I'm going to use the red to color in my pot here. So I'm just going to try and color in my watering can. I said pot, but I meant watering can. Just kind of color it in. And since it's first grader colors, I'm not going to do any blending. I'm just going to make it totally elementary and just kind of follow the whole first grader theme. So we'll see how it goes. It is wanting to bleed a little bit, so I'm trying to stay away from the edges, and I think it's because I've got the wet oxide ink on there. I probably should have dried the panel, but I'm just moving forward. do with that. So I'm just going to leave it alone for now because I don't want to make a mess. Okay, so there I've got my red in there. And then I know that my leaves are going to be green, so I'm just going to take my green and just get my leaves going. I don't have any rain scenes. I don't have any raindrop scenes. I just don't have anything like that I could use. So I started cutting out primary colors. I was going to make an umbrella and just hand cut them. And then I just kind of gave up on that because I didn't even know what I would have holding the umbrella, or, you know, I just didn't have anything like that. So I switched gears and I kind of thought of this and I thought, well, this is kind of interesting, the direction that I'm heading. So hopefully it'll work. For my peekaboo card, never made a peekaboo card before. That's why I wanted to listen carefully to what the parameters would be for that, or what the explanation of that was. My easel card last week was pretty unusual, and I got at least one comment that said, oh, I've never seen an easel card look like that before. So anywho, and so I'm going to try and make sure I follow the parameters. And just do some coloring. I guess this is going to be a pretty simple card. I guess most of my cards are very, very simple. I really like this show because it encourages you to make cards differently than you normally would. So that's I really appreciate that part of it. Sometimes you just get like a mind block and you just can't come up with any ideas. And so it's nice to get some ideas from the show and just kind of run with it. I feel like I need another color there. Oh, maybe I'll grab an orange. And I've got one that's just called orange here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there, and that'll give me another color, and definitely primary. Hopefully these are bright enough to be considered primary. I think so. I'm going to take that little bit of red and kind of color that in. Here you go. I have no idea why Alexa just started talking in the background, but she did. So there is my little watering can that has some flowers in it. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is going to be my peekaboo element. So my thought is I'm going to cut out some kind of a cloud of some sort to cover that up. But first I think I want to size my panel down a little bit. So I'm going to get one of my eyes. Actually, I think I'll just bring my paper trimmer out. And I think I'll just take off let's see, I'm just going to take off that much there. Let's see. And that much there. And it doesn't look like I got it centered very evenly, so I'm going to just take it off that side. And I think that'll get us down to where I need it to be. Okay, I'm going to work on the card. I'm going to bring in another blue. I've got to try and put together a cloud of some sort. I'm going to take, do I have a pencil? I should have a pencil around here somewhere. I need to grab a pencil. Let's see if I can just draw out a cloud of some sort. I'm going to clean this off. My desk is usually not this messy. It's a whole mess. Get this stuff out of my way. Okay, so I know that I need to create a scoring element, and I'm going at the 4th. And this is going to be my peekaboo cloud. I hope. We shall see. I need some paper towel for that. So I've got this, and I've got it scored. Okay, now I'm not good with clouds, so I don't know. I think it should be, cloud should be something like, let's see. Something like that, I think. All right, I'm going to cut that out, and we'll see what it looks like, and hopefully it'll be big enough to cover my watering can. And I'm just going to cut it out roughly. I guess I'm going to have to study those parameters more and see if I can get me some more elements that would help me to meet some of those criteria. Because I mean, I just don't have, if they had picked the robot, I don't have a robot. I don't have clouds. I don't have raindrops. I don't have. There's a lot of things I just don't have. So. It's making it a little bit challenging for me to, okay, is this going to work? I think that'll work. Somehow I've got to get it to work. Okay, I am going to a little layer underneath my cloud, I think. Like that. Oops, line up like that. Actually, I'm just going to kind of, because I think that'll just fit like that. So I'm just going to kind of do that. I am making a royal mess. I've got ink on my hand. I'm just making a mess. Okay, I think that'll work. And that'll give it some dimension. Okay, final answer. Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to take this and layer it under here. That'll give me some dimension, and it will help me to cover up my cloud there. Okay, so what I have, yes. What have I got here? This has got a little bit of, I'm just going to use this metal one. Give myself a little bit of a shadow underneath that cloud. And I'll take my lighter one and kind of blend it in. I suppose I should go along here too. All right, I'm going to color this whole cloud gray because, you know, it's raining, so we should have a little bit of gray. I'm focusing on this for my primary color, so I'm going to have some, I guess, some other colors in it. I hope that's appropriate. Since I've been watching Craft Roulette, I think this one has stumped me more than the others. The other ones, I kind of, as soon as it came, I knew immediately what direction I was headed with it. But this one, I was like kind of hem-hawing around, like, what am I going to do? I was really excited about my little intro that I videoed prior to it because I thought it was kind of funny. And then I'm like, when it comes to the card, I'm kind of just feeling kind of blah about it. So hopefully it'll come together. Well, it looks like a stormy cloud. I'm going to do a little bit more, just kind of on the bottom here. Well, that's better than what I had. Okay. So there's my cloud. And I think that's going to be my little peekaboo. It's going to be hard to take a picture of this, I think. I'm going to use my glue for this. I'm going to use this to glue it down. And I really don't like the way the back of that cloud looks. So I think I'm going to get another piece of paper. And trace it. And then I will just cut it out and glue it on the back so that you don't see that from the back side, because I don't think that would be very attractive. Whoops. Okay. So go ahead and cut that out. Boy, their cards are coming along wonderfully. They're way ahead of me. But I don't really know what I'm doing, so. I suppose this cloud's going to turn out better than the other one. Oh, well. Well, I guess this is requiring me to be really creative because I have no dies, no stamps, no nothing that can go with this, I guess. Now, which way does that go? Like that? I think that'll work. Okay. So I'm just going to get some glue on there and glue this down to kind of cover up the ugliness of that. Does it go like this? No. Like this? No, like this. And it's not a perfect match, but it'll help to cover up all of that messy work. Okay, so then I put the glue on there and it perhaps has kind of gotten dry or stuck or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to bend this down. I got a little bit of the edge of that showing, so I need to take my gray and just kind of color it in just to make it blend in, because I'm not going to cut it at this point, I don't think. There we go. Okay, so now I have this little rainy scene that it looks like this cloud is just raining down, and I've got this underneath it. So I think that's kind of fun. Okay, so I've got my panel here, and I've got my little peekaboo. It's the watering can that's raining down from the cloud. And now I need to be watering something. So I'm going to bring in my Misty, and I've got on here a strawberry patch. And it is coming from that kit. Lawn Fawn Very Special kit. So I'm going to ink this up real well and stamp this down, and I will have to fussy cut this out. Oops, that moved on me. What's going on? Where's my magnet has gone awry. There we go. There it is. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to stamp it down. And I'm going to give it another inking because it looks a little light there. Okay, that looks good. Now I can just color it. I think we'll be good to go on that. Okay, so we're going to go pretty simple on this again. Bringing out my red marker, and hopefully this is dry. I should have stamped a sentiment too while I was at it. I think I'm going to. So while I got my oops, I just dropped everything on the floor, so sorry about that loud noise. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay this back down. And I think my magnet has gone awry again. I have no idea where it is. Okay, well, I'll just, there it is, right there. Oh, that's not wanting to lift. There we go. Tonight has just been a comedy of errors. I'm telling you what. It's going to take some serious editing to get a video that's going to be reasonable. If you can call my videos that anyway. So, here we go. I'm going to put this little bitty sign here. And I'm going to fussy cut it out too. I'm making it incredibly challenging for myself tonight. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this little guy here out as well. So we'll get both of those inked up. Man, I cannot get anything to stick tonight. Okay. these look like something. I need to do my little mice again. Get that light down to where I can get some on there. Man, my desk is a mess. Okay, that looks better. I think that'll work. I'm going to get these off of here. And then I need to get the little sign here that says berry patch. I think I'll do your berry sweet. That'll be my little sentiment. It says your berry sweet. So I'm just going to lay that in there. Pick it up. Get it back down in there. And hopefully I can get this stamped in there all right. Okay. Oh, that's going to be just fine. Look at that. That's so cute. Okay, all right. Now I'm finally think I'm headed in a direction here. I've been, like I said, I've been all over the place. But I think I got it. Now we will do some coloring. I'm not going to color that, and that'll give that a little more time to dry, and I'll just work on this right now. This may be one of the longest videos I've ever made, but I'm going to edit it like crazy. Oh, that looks good. I think that'll really help with the primary colors. I'm not going to talk because I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so I've got all my elements here, and I'm going to use red for my back paper. So I just need to get my scoring buddy and score this thing. I'm going to just make it a top folding, and it's going to be just, this is going to be my card base. So it's just going to be a red card. And I'm scoring at 5.5, folding it over. This will lay, and I've got it measured wrong. I can tell right now. I guess I didn't cut it right. I think I cut the 4 1/4, but I didn't cut the 5.5. So I've got to cut this off real quick. So let's get, I'm probably going to take a, yeah. That's exactly what I did. I cut it the 4 1/4, but I didn't cut the 5.5 because I'm going to speed this up. Get tangled up in my cord. So I decided to do red just so that I'd have the primary color on there. I was going to do this blue colored panel and just kind of make it, but then I thought I need to have the primary. So I'm going to go with red for my base. And trying to decide if I like. I think I could actually cut. Let me see what this measures. This panel. I think I could cut it down a little bit more. I think I'm going to cut that off. And then what have I got here? I'm going to go to 5 on that. Cut that off. Okay, so I'm just cutting it down a little bit so I have more of an edge around it, and hopefully it'll line up all right. I think I'm going to do it like that, because I'm going to have my berries hang off of my blue a little bit, because it doesn't seem like they should just be floating in the sky. So I'm just going to kind of have them hang off the edge. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Just get my tape runner, and you can see my alcohol ink through the back and my raindrops. It almost looks watercolory on the back there. Okay, so now I just need to kind of line this up. I think that's pretty close. Okay, and then I'm going to lay my strawberries down. You can see the watercolor on the back of it too. Just going to use my glue. Hopefully it hasn't dried up since I've been had it open the whole time. I don't even know where my little pin is to poke it. All right, oh, we're going to use the tape runner. And we'll just get it laid down on there. And I'm kind of shifting to the side here. And I'm not going to push that all the way down, because I am going to use a little piece of, I'm going to put my little Your Berry Sweet on there. And I'm going to use a pop-up. And I'm going to shove my little steak underneath my berry and do it like that. And then I'm going to have my little mouse running off with some strawberries over here. I'm going to pop him up too, just to give me some dimension on my card. Is that going to work? Yeah, I think that'll work. So I've got this card in which I have my cloud and I have my watering can behind it that is actually watering the strawberry patch, and it's a peekaboo. Never made one before, so it'll flip open this way and I'll have to put some kind of sentiment on the inside, but this is what I landed with based upon the supplies that I have in my craft room. So I thought that would be a good peekaboo. I've got rain, I've got my berries, I've got my primary colors, red, yellow, blue, green, and that's my card. So it turned out all right. It's not my favorite, but I kind of went in circles with what I was going to do. So now I will I'm going to shut this off, turn the camera around, and show you the complete and utter mess I have going on in here. Okay,